and shine, of course, is where we're picking guys to, that we don't think are going to necessarily live up to their expectations for the week for your fantasy roster, and guys that are going to outperform and go crazy on some of that. And we're going to change it up a little bit. Instead of just having one guy, we're going to call for a pine and shine. We're each taking a running back, a wide receiver, and a tight end that we think will be a pine and a shine for you. So let's go ahead and get that one kicked off here. All righty, let's go ahead and head on into the wide receivers.
Yeah, so my shine wide receiver is Jahan Dotson there with Washington. He is projected wide receiver 26. I think he easily outscores that because I'm not sure that Terry McLaurin's going to play in week one, and that automatically makes Dotson, I think, the top target as the Commanders play a pitiful Cardinals team. I think this might be the easiest game that you get, and a good game for Sam Howell to find a rhythm and really kind of exploit what he can do on offense. So I don't know that Terry McLaurin plays, which I think puts Dotson in a good spot to get a bulk of the work. And so that's why I think that Jahan Dotson is going to well outperform his wide receiver 26 ranking to start the week, or projection, I should say.
I like it. That's Jahan Dotson one. I like your call there. That's going to move us over to Kevin with his wide receiver shine call.
My wide receiver this week, Van Jefferson, with the Cooper Kupp news coming out. These targets have to go somewhere, and there's been positive reports out of Van Jefferson looking like his old self after kind of fighting off some injuries and everything else. So I think he was really ready to be that true wide receiver 2 for this Rams offense, and now he has a chance to kind of step up and be the one here as Kupp figures out what's going on with his hammy. So again, wide receiver 53, there's a ton of room for a ceiling here. And I think he's able to find it. So I think it's a way to capitalize and get some early points this season.
Yeah. I've got Christian Kirk for my wide receiver shine here. Currently ranked wide receiver 30, projected at a 10.1 points. A very plus matchup going against Indianapolis here. I fully expect Ridley to draw a lot of primary coverage here and see Christian Kirk have a pretty decent game here. Wouldn't surprise me to see him get somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 or 6 receptions, somewhere around 60 yards there. So I could see him, really kind of just moving ahead of that, potentially getting in the end zone here. So we could see a pretty decent week for Christian Kirk here.